Dragging a manual pump down to the water is a workout nobody actually wants before they even get on their board. That is where this little unit from Kamara comes in. It is surprisingly compact, weighing in at just under 3 pounds, which makes it easy to toss into a gear bag without feeling like you are lugging around a brick. The first thing that hits you is how solid it feels in the hand. It has a nice, sturdy build that doesn't feel like cheap plastic, and the integrated handle is a thoughtful touch for when you are trekking from the car to the shoreline. Now, the real test is how it handles the inflation process. It uses a 2-stage system, starting with a high-speed mode to get the bulk of the air in, then switching over to high pressure once it hits that 0.6 psi mark. Here is the catch though, and it is something to keep in mind. When you first turn it on, it might seem like it is doing nothing for the first minute or two. It is not broken, it is just calibrating. You have to be a little patient while it finds its rhythm. Once it clears that initial hurdle, it gets to work pretty quickly. What makes this stand out is the flexibility. You have that 10,000 mAh battery inside, which is great for when you are at a remote spot and don't want to be tethered to your vehicle. It will give you about 30 minutes of cordless runtime, which is plenty for a couple of boards. But if you are planning a full day out with the family or a group of friends, you can just plug it into your car's 12V outlet and keep going for as long as you need. It is a smart way to handle power, especially since you aren't stuck if you forget to charge it the night before. The LED display is bright and easy to read, even in direct sunlight, which is a massive plus when you are trying to set your target pressure on a beach. It also has a built-in light, which sounds like a gimmick until you are packing up your gear as the sun is going down and you are trying to find your valve caps in the dark. It is one of those features you don't think you need until you actually do. If there is a downside, it is that the high-pressure stage can get a bit noisy, which is pretty standard for these types of pumps, but it is something to be aware of if you are trying to be discreet at a quiet lake. Also, while it is built to last, you definitely want to make sure you are keeping the intake vents clear of sand. It is a rugged little machine, but it is still a piece of tech that appreciates a bit of care. Overall, it is a reliable, well-thought-out tool that takes the headache out of getting on the water. It does exactly what it promises, and for anyone who spends their weekends on a board or a boat, it is a pretty solid addition to the kit.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.